Hello, everyone. My name is Luminous Zero. We're going to do a quick raw reaction to the blog post that's just released yesterday about, I guess, the next generation armor. I never released this, so I just discuss now. Um, it was something I was talking about probably a few times in my podcast about having some sort of armor shakeup. You know, it's a looter shooter, and talk about weapons and all that stuff. It does seem armor has been somewhat of a sale thing because once you get like, I would say the perfect three stats for generally most of your builds, you're not inherently switching out unless it's for exotics or so. So this is gonna be like an interesting read about what they're gonna do in 2025. Um, Though compared to weapons, armor has been relatively unexciting for war for a few years now. Basically, what I was just saying. In years ahead, we'll be introducing new properties to armor, changing how stats work and make it easier to change armor all around. This is a statement right here. Basically, I was talking about how it needs to have some sort of armor, needs to have some sort of like uh, ways to coordinate with your builds. So, like for example, I guess like for Titan, you would just go for like strength or grenade, but maybe sometimes you can really dive into armor with an exotic. That kind of maybe do like your typical resilience. Unless you really change, who knows? Um, but let's do your typical resilience that maybe you want to like really heavily focus on this, like getting your super up more while keeping maybe the other stats relevant. I would say. And then this way you can like really have a real exotic that really manifests well with just the super and not anything else. This is kind of what it needed. Um, I like how they're saying that it's already gonna be more active and interesting part of buildcrafting. It needs to be like I said, it needs a shake up more than anything, and the fact that it's also saying Sackle will be reworked to be more impactful. Yeah, it does because like it very like to me it's like it very feels like once you get your typical, I think year three of the 100 or 200 and then like an 80 or 90 of the third set, you're you are just done. Because I don't think I ever really changed out of the armor piece I've been using for the last couple of seasons. So it's like it does feel like a little stale where like I'm not really too worried about armor. Or let's say like for cosmetic purposes, like I want to transmog it and then that's about it. Um, the thing in years for the problem, and in years since the later major update, Shadowkeep Armor 2.0 has so it's a really static part reward story once you have the right roll stat that very little else to look forward to. And the intricate balance of stat value has a locking effect that makes it very hard to swap out to anything. For art to be exciting again, you need to some unique property and stat to be easier to manage without need for fine tuning. Star armor will be changing, Frontier, making it more player friendly, which is, something a new player need to, that'll be good for new player experience and everything. The first major change is mechanics to stat wise to themselves. Stat effect will no longer tier to every 10 point. Every point in the stat will provide a benefit. This change is intended to reduce the locking effect that happens when fine tuned combination of stat values, making it impossible to switch between armor pieces. Stat effect will cap at 200, with the range from 101 to 200 providing an additional power effect building on a base effect. This change is intended to afford deeper investment in a small number of stats and spikier stat usage on armor with pure dump stats, which makes a lot of sense. Um, this is oh man, this definitely going the way of like I want to think the typical MMO route, but it does feel like it's giving you an idea of like there are certain armor pieces for certain things. I want to think MMO like RPGs. I think has a similar thing. Monster Hunter is the same thing as well. Um, or like like you have different armor set for particular things. So this is like things like they're heading toward this direction. So like I was thinking earlier, or I see this picture, I see um says it more. Um in addition to the change above, and the description stats on the armor will be changing. Legendary armor will have a stat archetype. Well, that's new. Also determine the primary and secondary stat type, with the third tab being a free roll. The value of the stat will overall be spikier, leading to fewer point and dump stats. The class slot, Hunter, Cloak, Warrior, Titan will have a full stat duration on par with the other stats. Oh, that's nice. So this whole picture here definitely leans on, I guess, having So this is like very much, I think, in line would need to happen. So, like, for instance, this is like, I guess, called a brawler armor. Basically going to melee and, close range. Obviously, want to get to like the discipline and strength. Though I'm really curious on the fact that if they're doing this and kind of just handling this, I'm wondering if you can really focus it on the other side, is just having all of your things of resilience, or can you just be like, this is chess at 200, 150 for 150 for discipline, 200 for thing. Like, let's say your head is like resilience, and I'm like, let's say discipline. I'm wondering if that will help. Like, what would be the overall stat will look like? I guess as really time goes on, we'll find out. But like, this seems like it's needed, because I like the fact that you like, it makes more sense to have the inherent grind for a particular armor set for this. Like, I wonder if there's like, obviously it's a brawler type, so like I wonder if other types are towards, like I said, maybe towards super, or maybe like exotics. I mean, like resilient. Maybe like there's something for armor that keeps you defensive stuff. Like, I'm really hoping that we'll see more of these archetypes per se. To me, like down the line, like raids and dungeon will have their own unique archetypes. So like, when you go to that particular raid, you have more of a benefit. And then, like, same thing with dungeons. They're like, oh, I now have to find a raid armor set. And like the question is like, are you the website that everyone uses for their armor set is gonna be very much like highly used. Wonder if they're gonna like increase of like armor, like save armor slots and everything. Like, yeah, but I like this. Like, the armor here, primary stat strength, textures, disciplines are like 10 frames apart. Then obviously the last one is looks like they're going looks like maybe 50 and splitting them up. So like the 50 is like the number, and then like one could be 30, one could be 10, I mean, or vice versa. And then the rest of the stuff can just be. This is interesting. Like, I'm actually very excited for this. It's something I think we needed like now during the episode. Like, don't think that like we get used to, but like the fact we gotta wait till summer. Oh, this is too just so much of a tease now. I'd rather just wait till like close to December to release this. But wow. So new stats. Some stats will be changing with 3 goals in mind. Improve a specific weak stat, offer little value, reduce or eliminate monetary must-have stat. What I'm assuming resilience might be getting its own blog post with a fix, or maybe a flip. Because like, if we're talking about monetary must-have stat, resilience has always been one. So I'm wondering if this is like, they're really gonna eliminate like the need to having resilience on you at all times. So this is just it's just interesting. Like, I really hope, like, I'm wondering if that's gonna be the case. If not, I'm wondering what they mean by must have, because I really don't think anything else besides resilience, mobility, I guess recovery are the 3 I think you must have at some point depending on the class you're using. But like anything else, it really depends on like the builds you want. But I feel like the top three must have, depending on like Warlock, Hunter, and uh, Warlocks, are mobility, resistance, and recovery. That's interesting. Then overall, I mean, on sustainability of the stats and effects, yeah. I mean, we're talking about new players. Yeah, this is like you need. Uh, Changes are still under active development, and there's a few examples from in-work progress design, which will include most of all current stat found armor. So at this point, for 1 to 100 for applying grenade cooldown reduction, uh, for 101 to 200 for the increased chance to gain a bonus grenade charge whenever your grenade becomes available. Stats grenade to grenade to improve reability. Well, that makes sense. So this is interesting. So like, there's all I'm not sure Hunter and Warlock has this. Um, but like I know Titan have a chest piece that allows you to have double grenades. So if you're just highly devoting yourself into a 200, let's say 200, you get an extra grenade just for having a 200 stats. That's mind-boggling. That definitely is going to change build crafting overall. Like heal grenades for like let's say solo dungeons. Warlock for their stuff. Hunter for maybe their like dodging stuff and stick grenades. Like holy crap. Melees are having the same thing. Like melee charges. Like I'm wondering if this will like. Oh, I can already think about this as Titan with their Shran with like the string, and like you get a fourth one. Oh, and combined with like prismatics, like the solar, like lift yourself up in the air. Oh, immediately, and then there's armor sets getting special ammo. That we're getting special ammo added to our armors. Wow. So this is new overall because now I'm thinking like, oh, they're doing like a whole set of stuff. Because special ammo has never been an armor set at all. So wondering like, especially like you're talking about 1 to 100, the rate will drop, and then 101 to 200 will like double size the brick. So it's like holy shit. Wondering if they're like we're getting some really unique special ammo weapons, and they're kind of like reinventing the whole ammo economy to be like, even though it's not, unlimited primary ammo, here's like a benefit that you really want to like grind to like a shotgun, fusion, some exotic that we have now and are now special, like Quadro 1. Second major change to armor introduction is set bonuses. Think of them as like ornament traits for armor, but it works for the steam of the armor and allow you to reflect the fantasy in the way of your belt. So yeah, so like I was thinking like, raid and dungeon, but I know if they're talking about ornament traits, seasonal armor might come into effect. That'd be cool. So the only reason like maybe grind seasonal armor that has some sort of effect. Like maybe up their, rank system per se. That'll be the keys. Man, this is so interesting. Holy smokes! Set bonuses are perks when you grant. Well, set bonus, yes. So this is I'm reading this first time. Just reading like this is technically like an RPG type of situation because there are times where MMO RPGs if you have like 1 or 2 or 3 even of the like particular armor set with the same name or the same, I guess, style per se, you get like a bonus. Final Fantasy has this with a very particular set of Grant Company. Like it's irrelevant in endgame, but like if you're starting off a new player and you unlock Grant Company, there is a a little bit of set of armor set that you equip like 3 or 3, you get like increase defense, offense, like stuff like that, like special little bonuses, and they never went with it. Um, but this one, they seem like they're doing the same case. So step bonus are the perks when grant, and so when you equip 2 or 4 pieces. So I'm wondering, like, the 2 or 4 between, so like you 2, 3, and then to before. I'm wondering, like, is the head to the legs and not the uh, class items. This allows you to either commit to 2 bonuses from the same set or find combinations that fit your needs. Yeah, so, oh my god. Dude, they are letting you have 2 sets of that bonuses. So, like, you can have 2 raids and 2 dungeons and they both work well together. Wow. We'll keep them both approach in mind and as they take shape. Are excited to see what each garden choose to do. Note that there's no bonuses of 5 pieces because most builds are expected to include a exotic armor. Oh, so class item might be it. I mean, class item now, like we have exotic class items, so that makes sense. So they're giving us an option of 2 or 3, and then 2 or 4. Then we got 2 sets of bonuses with the mind of exotic. But then, even if you don't have exotic, the 5th armor piece is just inherently useless. So I like how they're really putting that in mind. Like, you really don't need 5. They're like, oh, what do you have 5? No, and then it's like, you have exotic. Well, I'm wondering if exotic armor will also benefit with these archetypes as well. Like, wondering if they're going to make new exotic armor for, like, let's just say, the typical exotic information, and like there's like a little notion that it works. You get like a 5% increase with a brawler type armor set. So like gives you more reason, like, okay, this side works better with brawler archetypes. Kind of like maybe make the side feel a little bit more special as well in that sense. Like, let's just say there was like let's just say, for instance, like, they decided to switch up the feature of Destiny. It says, like, an armor piece. Or not armor piece. It said, like, it's not like a weapon for a raid. They dropped, like, the armor set for, like, a particular armor piece for each class. The more you're like, okay, this works well with, the raid archetype, gives you 10% bonus, yada yada yada, and then does a typical thing, and then like you really don't have to worry about that. I mean, it's very interesting. Something my family think about this. Like, there's so many ways to go through with this. I'm really hoping like to give us like a prime live action in-game, not live action, in-game display of how this Henry works, like in terms of what it looks like in the first round, what currency are you using to upgrade it, and then like what it looks like at like the max level, and then go from there. Perks will consist either existing mod or new design. Will include a few things which represent the general direction we like to go. Alright, so Tech Machina, the one perk is 2 piece. While shooting from the hip, you have an increased movement, and with handling, effects increase when you score hit. And then like with 4 of the Tech Machina, the weapon becomes more increased range than hip fire. So this could also mean like, wow, final blow with freshly loaded weapon heals you. This is called non-stop aggression with 2 piece, and with like 4 piece, damaging a target with a shotgun cruiser increases damage it takes from the weapon for a short time. So this is like, I would say in most cases, I can think of this right here. No backup plan. So I can maybe put myself in the position of me having a no backup plan build, because then I'm getting a shotgun increase, and while on top of I'm shooting those final blows and reloading them, I'm getting some sort of heal. So this is very interesting. Demolition expert, direct hits with explosive weapon, temporary increase their erode speed. Ooh. And then with 4 pieces, repeat direct hit with explosive weapons and temporary increased grenades. So they're giving us option. What to like really then Vanguard out there. This was the thing I was saying along with Raid and Dungeons is also the Vanguard stuff. Activating your grenade give your nearby allies defense. Was it? Whoa. Damn. This right here kind of gives us an idea that we're not having. This give us an idea of when I was talking about like the initial drop of Black Hooks before, how like they're changing the way of how we want to identify yourself. This give us like an idea of like anyone else can be that that support guy. Like maybe he tend to be in the background and he can throw his grenade, and then like this help ally resistance against like that help give you damage resistance against combat and with your allies. That's increased. And like that for 4P, there's being champion with a finisher guarantees special ammo for you and yours. Like, oh my god, that is mind-boggling. Wow, I'm shocked that they're thinking of this. Like, I'm wondering how this is gonna pull off. Cause like this sounds so good on paper though. Like right here sounds so good. The question is, how good is it in gameplay? That's the thing. I'm like non-stop aggression might be my thing because I do like backup plan. And just right now I feel very much weird to use. But like if this was like a part of those builds, more reason to do so. What about old armor? Old listening armor will be changed as little as possible, but because the changes stat mechanic and type are global change, all armor pieces will have their stat type but not their value changed around. When possible, these changes will be the most similar stats, but with some stuff being fundamentally reworked, this will only be possible. They're giving us a reason to like dump our old armor and dark writing the new one, which in a way I would say kind of like not like a new bolt drop, like bolt cleaning. I would say it's more like you have option to keep them if you want. I'm wondering like if we were to dismantle them, are we allowed to keep the transmog? Like, you know what I mean? I would say I will, but you never know. Like, given how Bungie is now, who knows how transmog will work? Hopefully, maybe they can do a facelift on that. I love how to save like a transmog set. So like every time I get a new armor or something, I'm gonna be like, all right, set 1, set 2, set 3, whatever. Updating the exotic armor pursuit is on our roadmap, but will be as hard as initial update, focusing on legendary armor. So to make sure that exotic and their built to find perfectly compelling option, we're working out a design that allows players to upgrade their exotic armor to bring their stat bows in line with the changes to legendary armor, which is fine. The exotic class items to the final shape are a special case, even though legendary class item will gain full random stat with an update. We don't wish to add additional randomness to exotic class item shades. Instead, we're providing a method for players to upgrade their existing exotic class item with additional stats of their choosing to bring in line with the stat configuration of the new legendary class item. More detail on your long-term plan for exotic armor coming as we nail them down. My vault is full. Where am I supposed to store them all? We know the vault pressure is a real problem for many players. Even with the recent increase of vaults, they outdone adding more fleet ain't option. Oh wow. Real solution that enable long-term storage for more desirable roles are a hard problem. But those problems are potentially into our roadmap at or around next year's second expansion codenamed Behemoth. We'll share more detail when we have a clear direction for how we think we can solve this one. That's nice. Yeah, I mean, my overall thought is I'm baffled. Like, this is something we need. I'm on board with this. Like everything about this, I'm on board. They just need to like keep working on it, do what they need to do, and show in-game play of it. And I'm like, I'm down. I might actually start being playing Destiny more because like this is the grind. Like the what was weapons? Don't think weapons are not a thing, but like this makes it so much better to grind because then you're also worried about armor. Oh, build crafting's gonna be a freaking juicy. But that is all, folks. My name is Luminous0. If you like what you hear and everything, please like and subscribe. Bye.